All right, so this first video is just going to be me getting used to being in front of a camera and being honest with myself, and being honest with you guys. Um, there's no point trying to do anything, set up anything that's not me. So I'm just going to be brutally honest. I'm a third-year medical student in Indianapolis, Indiana, and my current goal is to be as efficient as possible in life. I believe that efficiency brings me joy, and the faster and better that we can do things, the more fulfilled I am. But really the process of making something as good as it can be is one of the most fulfilling things. And if anyone knows about the Maslow hierarchy of needs, you will know that, let's see, Maslow hierarchy of needs. Basically, it says that our needs as human beings kind of look like this pyramid where you need to have this thing at the bottom before you can have the things at the top. So at the top is self-actualization, desire to become the most that one can be. I think that is pretty much tied to efficiency. The faster we can learn things, the better we can be at learning things and adapting and actualizing on them, the happier we'll be, or the more needs we'll have fulfilled. So steps to learning. There was this there's this step-by-step thing about learning, levels to learning. Yeah, it's very similar, right? It's in a pyramid form. I think Bloom's taxonomy is the one that was coming to my mind, which mentions that at the top we need to create things. And to me, this is creating. I'm recording these YouTube videos as a way to create. But in our lives, we're going to find ourselves at different stages of Bloom's taxonomy in different parts of our life. So in one part of our life, we might be analyzing and evaluating, and another one we might be creating, and so on and so forth. I guess you cannot see my hand movements, but I speak a lot with my hands, so I'll do my best to keep them over here or something. But Maslow's hierarchy of needs says that self-actualization is at the top. And for someone like me who is low responsibilities, I find myself wanting to self-actualize. So the goal of this YouTube channel is going to be to share my story, first and foremost. But also to create resources, efficient study resources for myself and for others in the third year of medical school. And this is a tall task, because what this means is you want quick, bare bones, easy to consume study resources that resonate, that make sense, and which do a good job of helping you gain your time back. If there's one thing that third years don't have, third years in medical school is when you start rotations. Now, prior to this, first year and second year have been pass-fail. They've been pass-fail. What that means is I can watch the recorded lectures on 2 to 3 times speed and pass the exams comfortably while still retaining freedom of time in my day-to-day. Now, what happens in third year is that you start what's called rotations, where you rotate around the hospital, but you're essentially paying to work a 7 to 4-ish. Paying to work a 7 to 4. And it's in the name of learning how to be a doctor. And it's very slow, it's very tedious, and and not only that, you have to study after work for your shelf exams. And that's the big one, right? Like if you can clock off, it essentially prevents students from clocking out, which means that after work, you don't just get to leave work, it comes with you. This idea of work comes with you. And my goal is to minimize this stalking behavior of work. The way you do that, make anything necessary extremely efficient or doable while doing other tasks. My goal here is going to be to make audio form content as study material. It's going to be quick, bare bones, easy to consume, like I said. That's kind of my career side of things, right? That's kind of my career side of things, is that I want to make this accessible for anybody. Now, sharing my story isn't something that I'm used to doing, but I'd like to. I think the efficient mentality, can buy back time in nearly every aspect of our lives. And so what I mean is, if you set your life up to be efficient in not just school, but other parts of your life, whether it be food, clothing, even fun, hobbies, time management, driving, always looking for an edge, always looking to. So essentially, the idea is the concept of winning your time back is what I'd like to bring you along the road and show you, because in the end of the day, we all want to have control. We all want to have control over the time we have, but not let it not compromise on peace. So we want to have peace in the end of the day. We want to be able to just go to sleep and not be stressed, but we also want to have control. We want to feel like we're in control, at least, you know? And so a lot of this is just learning to love. Learning to love. And there's a lot more to that I'll get into. But learning to love is probably, it's important. So I'm happy you're here. I'm thankful for your company. It's going to be a journey. And this is step one. So thank you again, and I'll see you in the next video.